Hello, everyone. This is Becky McCulley, and I have Carrie Kaschak on with us today, who has been doing live bar and circuit training classes, and wanted to, have the opportunity to talk to her about how things are going during this, pandemic, and how her business has changed, and how we can take care of ourselves during this time. So, Carrie, do you want to just tell us a little bit about you and about your business, sort of pre-COVID, and kind of what you're doing now?
Yeah, sure. So my name is Carrie Kaschak. I'm a master instructor for Flywheel sports. I was on the precision training side, so I taught bar and circuit classes and anything basically that was off the bike. And so after we were forced to close, along with every other gym and fitness studio in the country, pretty much, I immediately kind of went into what am I going to do, and started connecting with, the people that I see every single day. Like, what are you guys wanting from me? How can we stay working out together? How can we, create a routine and be consistent? And I formed these Zoom workouts. And it started pretty small. I mean, I had a handful, maybe 12 people that I had just reached out to. Hey, do you want to do some workouts with me? And then it grew very quickly, just word of mouth. And once I pretty much put it out there on social media, that's when it just went out, definitely grew. So now I'm holding classes out of my home every single day except Sunday. So 6 days a week. And if you can't join live, I send out the link so you can join on demand on your own time.
Awesome. Yes. Well, I know that I have definitely enjoyed the classes, and they're a little different. Like, I usually took your traditional sort of bar classes, and I feel like you've really changed it up. Like, there is still a traditional bar, but
Yeah.
it's really like whatever we can do with body weight or props. And I love that you will say, if you don't have weights, do you have water bottles? Use those.
Yeah.
So I feel like it's actually kind of fun for me participating in it, because then I don't feel like, I'm missing out on somebody telling me what to do, and that sort of push, and okay, you have 30 seconds left. So it's awesome.
Yeah, I mean, I really just wanted that accountability of having a structure, and that I'm there, my classes you've already taken my class before in person. So there is a trust, from most everyone. And then, yeah, if you don't have the materials, it doesn't really matter. That's kind of the nice thing about bar and these endurance style of training, is that if you have your body weight, you've got pretty much all you need. If you want to add a little touch of weight, but really you don't need a lot to get a very solid burn in a traditional bar workout. And yeah, I'm being creative. We're using our chairs. We're using anything that we have around the house to, mimic what we traditionally have in the studio. But I think it's fun for me. It's definitely filling the creative void that I don't have, going into the studio every day.
So what are some of the positive outcomes that you have seen as a result of this? Like, you had to change from going to a studio every day, teaching people in sort of a prescribed format, to you came up with this, on-demand format. This is what we're going to do. We're going to improvise, but still get a really good workout. And so it's a really different model. Like, what have you seen that's come out of it that you're like, I am so happy about this? Or what do you want to continue once things kind of get back to whatever the new normal is?
I mean, the biggest or the best thing that has come out of this is that I have been reconnected with clients that have either moved away, or people who just can't make it into the studio. They've got young children, or they have very demanding travel schedules for work, whatever it might be. And they have just shifted out of a studio experience and into more of a home experience. And I have been able to reconnect with those former clients of mine, and And even, you know, existing clients that I would see in the studio, their sisters are taking, or their parent, you know, their mom, or they'll tell their, you know, next door neighbor that I've never met before, to come and try my class. And so I'm getting to meet and reconnect with a lot of people who it just doesn't work out in their daily lives to make it into a studio. And so that is also like my takeaway from this whole thing, is that there is a demand for, it doesn't even have to be the most polished product, but there is a demand for like these on-demand videos, or kind of this, you know, in-home workout experience with a trainer, you know, with various formats, and people do want it. That I keep hearing that, like, this would be great. Please continue to do this. So we'll
Yeah.
see where it goes.
I love that. Yeah, I'm definitely enjoying it. I miss going into a studio and seeing everyone, but this has kind of been the next best thing. And it is kind of nice to know that, okay, if I really can't because something changes in my life, that there's still another option for me.
Right.
So what are some of the struggles or things that your clients have been, you know, encountering, whether it's how do I fit in my workout? How do I stay positive? How do I stay energized during this time? Like, or it doesn't even have to be anything fitness related, because I know like the sort of like mind body connection is really important. And sometimes, you know, even if you want to work out, there's other things going on just in this really crazy environment that we've been forced into. Like, what are just any of the struggles that you are finding your clients talking to you about, and kind of like, what's your encouragement for them or your advice to kind of just push through?
I think the biggest thing is the challenge of how, even if both parents are home right now, they are most likely home and working, and then also home working with children, because they're not in school, and they're having to be, you know, entertained or like chaperoned through school, their school hours. So I think there's a lot of demands on, particularly working professionals with kids. Speaking of kids, there's mine. A lot of demands on them just on their time. So like their workouts either have to come early before the kids get up or after the kids go to bed. And that's a tough sell. You have to be pretty motivated. You have to really want it to get up before the kids do, and to stay up later, and to like channel the energy at the end of the day to do one of these workouts. So I push the most for that earlier wake up call. You can get out of bed, just do it, you know, set the alarm, get out of bed, go for the walk, put the video on, you know, do what you can do and try to get some movement in 20, 30 minutes. Usually if you tell yourself like, get out of bed and do a 10-minute walk. I'm going to walk for 10 minutes and then you're going to feel so much better that you'll do more. Or if you tell yourself, I'm going to turn on, you know, Carrie's yesterday's class and I'm going to do 10 minutes and just see what happens. Usually you're going to do the rest. So if you can just get in a routine of craving it, that is the best thing. But also, like, if it's a struggle, then don't do as many workouts. Do two workouts, like legit actual workouts, and then just walk the rest. Try, like, during this time, there's so much pressure and anxiety from just the world and, you know, our jobs. And I mean, speaking from myself, you know, within 2 days of us closing, Flywheel announced that we were, you know, 98% of the company was let go. So that is, you know, that's a big blow. If you're also facing just the financial, you know, implications of the pandemic, and then your children and their stress and their anxiety. I've got a 5-year-old as well, and she's also harnessing a lot of anxiety. So it's a lot for you to internalize, and then to put added pressure for a workout. You know, ease up.
Yeah, I love that.
Walk and see if you can get some motivation to do 1 or 2 kind of like really good ones, and then call it a week.
Yeah. Awesome. Well, I would love if other people would come and join us for workouts. What is the best way for them to get in touch with you and learn about your schedule and be able to sign up for your classes?
Yeah, I mean, you can find me on Instagram. I'm there the most often, and it's just at Carrie Kaschak. And my last name's a little tricky, but it's like cashing a check. So Cash Shack. You'll find me there. You can DM me. I'm super responsive. And then there's a little link in my bio that takes you directly to like how to receive my weekly emails and then how to sign up for my classes and what my classes are and pricing and all of that. So if you literally just find my Instagram, and you can probably link it on this, but
Yeah.
then you've got everything you need right there.
Perfect. Well, thank you so much. I hope this has been helpful for everyone. And I know that definitely keeping a regular schedule and regular times of your classes has helped me just to sort of stay sane during this time and have some sense of normalcy. So I am
Yes, me
definitely so
too.
appreciative of it. And I love joining your classes. So thank you so
Thanks,
much.
Becky. Thanks for having me.
Sure.